Hello, brothers and sisters. That's a long time I didn't make a video in English, so I'm so happy to have this communication with you today. I miss you so much, but we will see each other. I just wanted to make a testimony. I hope it's going to help you. I'm not sure you're going to believe what I'm going to say, but that's not a big thing if you don't believe it. But the thing is that you can test for yourself what I did for myself that I'm going to share with you, and see how it impacts your energy and well-being and peace, inner peace. So as you may know, for those who know me, my dear friends from Las Vegas, and at the beginning of the year 2017, no, 2070. Well, I'm not sure. 2017. So I had the first samadhi flip switch during a ceremony, and when you have this experience of what is real, when the curtain falls down and you see the truth, you see oneness, you see God, you see unity, and just number one, and there is no two, there is only one. It's unity, oneness, all is one. And so you understand the teachings of brothers and sisters that had this same realization, but it's not always easy to accept, because we are so drawn in the dream of Maya, of the illusion of separation and multiplicity and duality, that it's very rare that there is a switch that is one for whole, and that's it. You don't have to switch back to the character, to the ego, to the belief that we are a body separated from another body that is a different person, that there are different objects that are very different and separated, and that we lost love, we lost God. So that's the dream of separation. And clearly, when you leave the samadhi, Tao, whatever you call it, the holy instant or 0 point, it's you cannot forget it. You can be drawn by the character sometimes, like habits, but you don't forget. But the character is drawing you to make judgment on okay, now you're right, so that means that the other one is wrong, and so on. And it makes like judgment and loss of inner peace, and you are back in the character for some time. So you have testing in life, lessons of forgiveness to pursue in order to achieve the holy peace and eternity of the eternal now. And many of us, all of us, have different ways to get those life lessons, and it can be something far from, like politics. It can be something closer than family or relationships. It can be different things that are opportunities to forgive yourself. You can only forgive yourself because the other one is yourself. So that's the first step of forgiveness that is really, really, really the key for enlightenment, because before the first samadhi, I started like 3 or 4 years before. I started my path, my spiritual path, blinded with knowing nothing and have no idea of what was behind the curtain, and even that was a curtain. And so I started to with the beginning of the beginning, that was to have like a life review, all I can remember regarding the character and the different interactions with different characters, and to forgive the character and the other character both ways for what we seems to have done. I will explain why I use this in conditional way, because I didn't know at that time that all is one and that the other one is you. So, and I didn't know about the Maya, that was that it. I said at the beginning, you're not going to believe me, but this is I have to say it. That's a dream. What you see, the world, the universe, is not the reality. It's a dream. So at the beginning, it was like the whole way of forgiveness. Like, okay, he did something or she did something to me, and I forgive her, or I forgive him, or I forgive myself because I did something to the other, etc. But even if it was a basic way of forgiveness I used, it bring me to this first samadhi. And after, I had different other samadhis, but before, I had to forgive myself for everything I judged between the last samadhi and the new one, because every time I believe the ego mind and have a thought that I believe is mine, and that is judging something, then I start a war in the spirit, but I didn't know at that time. But it meant that I needed a purification before every ceremony or meditation to reach the samadhi again. So in the past 3 years, I had different also opportunities, blessings of forgiving what it was going on in this dream. I went to different stages regarding what happened when I was obliged to let USA and come to France, and then to be judged by the French government for something. I didn't do anything wrong, just an article republished on my website. And then different things that was looking awkward, and but in the long term, I saw that it was the last teachings, lessons of forgiveness, because whatever we see in the manifestation, in the effect world, object world, as I used to call it, it's just a result. It's not something that is happening for no reason, and it always have a different way to see it, depending of if you see it from the ego perspective or from the Holy Spirit perspective, that show you that it can be a very good opportunity to forgive yourself and make peace in your spirit, that you project into the world as separation, because it's the world in the spirit at first time. So I'm used to go to the causal plan and fix it in the causal plan, not in the effect world. So I hope this sharing may help you in your path to come back to reality, to wake up to the heaven. And so different, because forgiveness is not something that is natural, because in heaven we don't forgive anything. There is nothing to forgive. So it's only in the illusion of separation that we seems to have something to forgive to ourselves, but it's like a mechanism of salvation, of awakening. So that's the key. This is what I want to say, and that's the key. It's the key to enlightenment, to reach the inner peace that cannot come if you have some guilt in your spirit, and the guilt comes from the judgment, and the judgment comes from the dream of separation and fear and loss of unity, and then you have a projection of something else that is in opposition with you, like it's because you have like an illusion of being the physical body, and so on. So that's the dream. And so forgiveness is like something that we are not, it's not built on. So we have to learn it, and there are different levels of understanding and practicing of forgiveness. So the basic one is, like I said, the one you do in your review of life. And the second one is the one that is teached in the Course of Miracle, the Course in Miracle, sorry. It's a book that appears after my first Samadhi, after I was in communication with the voice of God, that's Holy Spirit. And then I was asking questions about what there was this switch between, okay, dream world and reality. So that's the answer I received. Many of us received the same answer. And why? Because it's very accurate. It's coming from, it's a teaching that is very, very, very good, and it's like so useful to practice it, because you can have proof in your life that is working very well. So the teaching in the Course of in Miracle is very close to the Buddhism learning of forgiveness, that is nothing happened in reality. So because you are not even here, and you are just dreaming of being here. So before coming up to this third, the full forgiving, that is there is nothing to forgive because you are, and that's not. So it was a dream, but before you have to be in between, like you forgive, but you know that it's a dream. So it's between the character and the reality. It's like it's a mix-up of both. And so you forgive, and in the same time, you know, you forgive yourself. You know, you deliver yourself from hell by forgiving yourself in the projection of someone else. And because it's all in the spirit, it's not in this world. The world is just a way to learn how to forgive the dream of separation that made all this projection, holographic projection of separation and time and space, and but all that is in the spirit. I mean that when you have the samadhi, you know that the world and the entire universe is just like that. You can make it disappear like that. It's nothing. It's in your spirit. It's projected by the mind that is in the spirit. So the spirit is all it is. With God, that is a spirit. It's the same thing. So the way we come back to this reality of God and the spirit, there is only one spirit, you know. There is many souls that are the first step of separation, but when you wake up, it's above the soul. It's the spirit. It's what Jesus said that you are. And yes, you are the Son of God, because there is only that, and that's a dream. So all that is appearing in this fake reality is a projection of the separation in your spirit. And when you get that, you start to forgive differently. You start to forgive really. When I mean really, is that you go up to the stage that there is nothing to forgive, and that's just a dream that is a result of the split in the dream of separation from creating something outside of God. So what God's create is eternal. Nothing here is. And but you are. So because you've been made by God, but it's the reality for everything, and it's not visible. It's not a physical body. It's a spirit world. So be kind with yourself, and I mean with yourself is all that appears to be separate from you, but it is yourself too. So just be gentle and just be compassionate, because they don't know what they do. They forget, and they are under the spell of the ego that you created at first time to create this illusion of separation. So there is no judgment of anything. It's just a game that was an innocent thing. So and that did not happen at all, because it's just a dream. So a dream is not true. A dream is a dream. A dream is not reality. So there is complete innocence in reality of every character that seems to be a character that is only the same spirit dreaming of separation. So it put all the characters on the same level, because the characters are different levels seems to be different between the characters, but in reality there is no difference at all. It's all one. So the difference starts when you think you are two, but there is no two, there is only one. So even in the dream, now the physicists confirm that all is related by intrication, integralment, I don't know. You will find it. And that the matter doesn't exist, the time doesn't exist. And so now we are in a period of time that it's easier for awakening, because it depends of you, if you agree to change your spirit and your mind about to change your mind. Not your spirit cannot be changed, but you are what you are, even if you think you are something else. When you wake up, nothing has moved. So every time we have samadhi, you just realize that nothing moved, and you never moved, and you are what you are since the beginning, and the end. There is no time, it's eternity. So there is only forever. That's it. And but when you come back to this world of ever-changing subject and object, duality, dream, you have like opinion, because you think that the dream is real, and so there is labels on everything, and the mind play with all object and object subject. So dissociation, comparison, everything. So but when you're not full in it, because you know the truth, you had but this holy moment, present time, 0 point, you cannot be full with it. You can still have tests in life of the character, but it's always an opportunity to forgive. And you don't forgive for a character, for yourself as a character. When you forgive, it's so powerful. The forgiveness is so powerful that when you really forgive, that means that what you think that your brothers or sister did to you never happened, and you see the complete innocence in the face of your brother or sister, behind the face, behind the character. It's like a laser beam that is transpercing the whole thing, and see the truth. And the truth is just not moving, it's just eternal. So when you see that, really there is complete forgiveness, and there is a recognition that that's you behind. Oh, there's music here. So when you see that, things extraordinaries happen, because you are at the level of the causal plane, and even higher has the complete Christ state when you are in samadhi or Buddha. So when you're there, everything you do has an impact to the whole holographic plane, and change everything, like laser beams crossing space and time and dimensions, and acting on the whole thing, because the whole thing is in your spirit. So you have the power to, as a spirit, not as a character, of course, to do that. And that's the forgiveness that is doing it, because it's completely aligned with God's will. So you're not alone, and when you do that, you are completely aligned to come back home at the speed of God's speed. So that's the sharing I want to share with you, and I hope that it can spray to the entire earth, because when you look at it, we need a lot of forgiveness and a lot of love too, of the illusion, but the good one, the one that is forgiving, that is genuine, because the suffering also is an experience that is coming with the dream, but we need healing in the illusion, not in reality, but in the illusion, and forgiveness, to go back to there is no thing to forgive, and there is never happened something, because the universe never existed at first time. The dream never existed at first time. It was only a dream, and a dream can be like that, and that's over. It's finished. So yeah, it's a very, very good opportunity to get back to the real power, of love, of compassion, of forgiveness, and to go back to God, where we never left at the end and the beginning. but this is what it is. So I hope this sharing will help some of you, and God bless you. I love you. See you soon. Bye bye. Namaste.